Welkom in the Free State, and we're going to be talking with Azeezah Gani-Rodgers. She is with the Palestine Solidarity Coalition. She convened a march on a Saturday past in that part of our country. Azeezah Gani-Rodgers, Assalamu alaikum to you. Welcome to the program.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah.
Lovely to have you here. And we've seen some pictures of the march. And once I'm done talking with you, we're going to play visuals of the march. So tell us what made you decide to get people in the Welkom, greater Welkom area, to get them interested and to get them to understand the gravity of the situation in Palestine and to make their voices heard, to go out and to protest and create wider awareness of the situation in Palestine.
Look, initially, I suppose it was just a feeling of suffocation for me myself, watching, everything we were seeing on social media, the pictures, the videos that were coming through from Palestine, and just feeling like there was nothing that I could do. There was nothing I could do to help the Palestinians. That I just thought, this would give a platform for so many people like me who are feeling as helpless and as hopeless as myself, to just shout it out loud, to get it out there, to make people aware of what's going on, and also just to work against the fake, false, the propaganda that's out there, and to create an awareness of the truth.
How did you go about engaging the people? Because I see, alhamdulillah, from the pictures that my technical controller is flashing on the screens, there seems to be a lot of people from different races, and that is so very encouraging, alhamdulillah. How did you go about roping people in and, giving them the correct narrative of what's going down in Palestine?
So at first, I did approach the leaders in our Muslim community, our Goldfields Jamaat Association, and there were a few members who shared some contact numbers with me for people who have been involved in marches in Welkom previously. I got in touch with them and then decided, okay, let me apply through the municipality to make sure that this march is legal and protected, and then let us try and rally some of the parties and some other stakeholders that could possibly provide some support to us, and also the numbers that we needed for the march. And alhamdulillah, people were quite forthcoming and willing to hand and lend support to this initiative. And people were mostly in high spirits about this march.
Alhamdulillah. Do you get any political parties involved?
We've got a good few parties involved, including SASCO. We had PSA on board. We had some political parties on board. We had the Welkom Muslim Association on board with us, as well as some fraternity church organizations. So we tried to rally as much support as we could from organizations that are outside of our Muslim community, because I did feel strongly that we needed to send a message out that this war and what's happening in Palestine is not centered around the Muslim religion, that it is about humanity. It is about coming together of people of different races, cultures, backgrounds, and religions to support a cause for justice.
Alhamdulillah. And how long did it take you to plan the march? And on the day itself, were you encouraged by the large numbers that turned out?
It took about 4 weeks, the embryonic stage, the planning stage for this march. It took about 4 weeks. And to be quite honest, we were not sure what the outcome was going to be. We were not sure what the numbers would look like on that morning. The march was set to start at 10:30. So as the steering committee that we put together, it was different stakeholders from different organizations who sat as part of the steering committee for this event. And we gathered at 9 o'clock and we just sat and we prayed. Let's hope and the numbers come out. And subhanAllah, the weather played in our favor that morning at about 9:15. It started to drizzle very lightly, and it was overcast. Where we were told a week before, look, the weather is going to be terribly hot. It was overcast the entire march. So by about 10 o'clock, our spirits were lifted a bit. People started coming in one at a time, one car at a time, and before we knew it, we were looking at more than 300 people. And by the time that we actually left the place where we convened from, we were in excess of 400 people. So alhamdulillah, it really, the turnout was a success. People really came forward from different communities and organizations to support this initiative.
So pre the march, just before you started marching, was there any sort of welcome preambles explaining why the march is happening and thanking people, for having come along and supporting such a noble cause?
Yes, there was very brief. We gathered the crowd and we just explained to them, look, that the purpose of this march is to come together as a diverse nation, which we are as South Africans. We are people who put aside all our differences and we come together as colorfully as we are, and we just thank them all for their support, and also just guided them as to the route we were going to follow, and that we all remain in order, and basically what was expected from the march. Like I said, people were quite cooperative and in high spirits about it.
Alhamdulillah for that. Where to from here to upkeep the interest, the commitment that you have sparked in the community of Welkom, not only Muslim, but right across, right across the community lines, coloreds, Indians, whites, blacks, different religions, etc. Where to from here?
Oh yes, definitely. I believe that as do have that advantage, that inner advantage, where we are all active in voicing our opinions. We all have strong opinions about all these controversial issues, and we are tied to just humanity as a nation. So from here on, what we would like to explore is perhaps holding joint marches in solidarity with different countries that are facing the same types of genocide, war crimes, those type of injustices. But we definitely do intend to look forward to hosting similar events, but on a larger scale. And we hope that we will have the support of our community and of the various stakeholders and organizations and grow from here.
Inshallah. Was this a fundraiser as well, or just a peaceful march?
No, it was just a peaceful march. It was just a peaceful march. People in the community and people from various organizations did come forward and lend their support in terms of creating banners. We got ladies together at one of our local schools, and a lot of people showed up on that day. It was over a weekend last week, Saturday, where people just brought materials and we made a whole lot of banners and flags and things like that that could be used on the day of the march. So no, there was no fundraising involved. It was just a putting together of hands, of lots of hands.
Wonderful. May the people, undoubtedly the people in Palestine and the different groups here in South Africa, the different Palestinian support groups are aware of the fact that, this march happened, and it is so much of a wonderful encouragement and solidarity being shown for the people in Palestine. Keep it up. Thank you indeed for your efforts. We look forward to hearing from you in the future, inshallah. And we're going to now play out with a clip that was filmed of the march. So that's where I will leave it. Thank you once again, and assalamu alaikum.
Thank you for having me. Wa alaikum salam.
That was Azeezah Gani-Rodgers. She was the convener of the Palestine Solidarity Coalition, and they organized a march in Welkom on the 25th of November, which of course was 2 days ago. Time for me to wrap up. Thank you indeed for our producers, Nasreen, the content producer, and Abdus Salam behind the controls. We will play out with this clip of the march in Welkom. Till tomorrow morning at the same time as always, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum and Khuda Hafiz from me, Julie Ali.
السلام عليك يا من ببقائه بقيت الدنيا وبيمنه رزق الورى وبوجوده ثبتت الأرض والسماء.
فدا بین سترخ بوسا فدا بین سلام یا مهدی سلام شرقی امام منزی سلام یا مهدی.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining